So, is Candace Owens for the black community? Coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense Logic and Reason. And as always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. So, if you are a black person in the United States of America, and again, I'm not speaking on all of Western society, I'm only speaking on America here. I can't speak on something that I don't really know. I've never been out of the country. So, but if you are a black person in the United States of America and you tell other black people the uncomfortable truths that most black people don't want to hear, you know, that America's not a racist country, that there's no white supremacy in America, that no police officers are not out here hunting down black people in mass. And if you push a message of anti-black victimhood, you're going to face a whole lot of ad hominem nonsense, all these attacks, you know, coon, on good time, sellout. Those are the usual. Now, if you're Candace Owens, though, you can add negro bed wench to that one. And also, you know, she's listened to her white handlers. Y'all know that foolishness. This is something that, you know, one of those ridiculous nonsense ad hominem attacks that they thresh out against her and other black conservatives who are in the media. Somehow white folks are controlling them. Now the white folks ain't controlling these race hustlers, but they're controlling black conservatives. Anyway, is Candace Owens for the black community? Well, first off, every time I hear that narrative pushed out, the first thing I always like to do is I like to compare black conservative narrative and views to that of the black leftists. And that way we can see who's really for the black community and not. So what are the black conservative views? Well, we preach a message of there is no systematic white supremacy in America. There's nothing holding a black person back. There are no laws holding a black person back from doing achieving anything. There's no job. There's no income. There's no career path. There's no state that you can't live in because you're black. There's no city that you can't live in because you're black. Every opportunity in this country is available to a person, regardless of their skin shades. Again, something that we couldn't always say about America, but we can definitely say today. So if this is the case, and if you can be whatever it is that you want to be, regardless of your skin color, then black people, stop crying about racism and white supremacy. Figure out what it is that you want to do. Find out the steps that you have to take to do that, and then take those steps. And you'll be successful. Now, there's never any guarantee of any successful in America. There's never a guarantee of success. There's a guarantee of opportunity, but there's no guarantee of success. And there's no guarantee that you do something that's going to be successful. But the opportunity is there for anybody who's willing to take advantage of it. Now, the leftist mindset is, woe is me, white supremacy, white supremacists, all these evil racist white folks out here hiding behind every bush to come to stop me and hold me down. You know, I'm a black person, I'm being disenfranchised in America, and there's absolutely no evidence of none of this. So, but then if a black person, which one of these messages are black people much more likely to succeed if they listen to? Obviously, it's going to be the black conservatives, because we, not only do we say the things that we say, but we have the evidence to back it up, and they never have the evidence to refute it. This is why I always ask these race hustlers, or any black person who's crying about racism, tell me what is it that racism is stopping you from doing? What is it that you want to do? And how is the white man and systematic racism stopping you from doing that? And the answer is never anything. Now, secondly, I asked the question, you know, if Candace Owens really and truly hated black people, well, I'll say this. If somebody really and truly hated someone and they see that person that they hate on a bad trajectory, why would they stop them? Why would they tell them that they're on a bad trajectory? Now, at the very least, what they would do is say nothing and just let them go down that bad trajectory. And if they really hated them, they would encourage more of the behavior that's causing them to go down that bad trajectory. Well, If Candace Owens really hated black people so much, and if she was not for the black community, then why is she telling black people that they're on a bad trajectory? And why is she trying to stir black people into a right trajectory? You know, families. Let's start producing families, marriages. Let's start raising children. Let's start raising children to be less pookies and ray-rays, less hood rats, and more decent human beings. This is a message from Candace Owens and really black conservatives in general. For to say that we never give any solutions, quote unquote. But if black people were to listen to black conservatives, we would have a lot more success in this country. And we have evidence that this is true because there are a lot of black people out there who are doing what black conservatives are saying, and they're getting results. So who's really truly for black people? Well, obviously it's black conservatives. And who is not for the black community? Well, obviously it would be the black leftists, because they're the ones who, these race hustlers are the ones who are making a nice living for themselves while telling other black people that they can't do the same. So then how is it that Candace Owens is not for the black community? It seems to me that the only people who are not for the black community is these black leftists. You know, is Tyreek nigga please for the black community? Absolutely not. Is Dr. Ono Johnson for the black community? Nope. He may want to see what's best for the black community, but he's damn sure not pushing a message that's going to help the black community. Is Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton for the black community? I can't believe we even have to ask that question. Absolutely not. So the worst part about it, though, is that sadly, so many black people believe that these black leftists are for them and the black conservatives are against them. And that right there is a perfect example of how brainwashed so many black people are with the race narrative. When I say brainwashed blacks, I'm not just throwing out that hominem nonsense. I'm literally saying that these people are brainwashed, because you have to be absolutely brainwashed to believe that the group of people who are for you are against you, and the people who are against you are for you. That's brainwashing, and that's years of the indoctrination. As I've always said, that, you know, typical black person in America, from the time that you can walk, the time that you can talk, the time that you can have your own thought, you're told that the Republicans bad, Democrats good, and the left is for you and the right is against you. These racist white people are against you. But like I said, it's clear as plain as day that who is for black people, and it's black conservatives. That's not even a question. Nobody can even debate this. So if we sit down and break it down with facts and evidence and data and stats. So is Candace Owens for the black community? Absolutely yes. And I would defy anyone to give me evidence to say otherwise. Anyway, y'all, if you ever hear any of these idiots say that Candace Owens is against the black community, well, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. And as always, y'all, until next time.